All right, everybody. Happy Saturday to everyone. This is super exciting. We got so many people on. As you know, guys, we do this every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time from 11 to 12. Make sure you lock this in your calendar. We get the same people sometimes every week asking us, are we having training? Yes, every Saturday at 11 a.m. It's always the same code and you can always use the same flyer. Okay. So make sure you get your notebooks ready or whatever devices you use to take your notes. We have some great speakers today that we're going to call on. But as you know, I always get started with the top 10 for the week. And so getting started here, we're going to start with February week 1. All right. And we're going to start going over every week issue paid business. Because while we submit business, guys, the only thing that counts is issue paid business that actually goes through where the client makes their first payment. Okay. And so let's run off with the top 10. Coming in at number 10, we have Andre B with Six Families Help. Number 9, Rakita, Six Families Help. Daniel Age, coming in number 8, Six Families Help. Number 7, Austin S, Seven Families Help. Number 6, Joshua K, Eight Families Help. Number 5, Amaka, Eight Families Help. Number 4, Thaddeus S, 10 Families Help. Number 3, great job, girl. First time in the top 10, Kelly S, 12 Families Help. Number 2, myself, 13 Families Help. And there can only be one number 1, Ryan Urbanski, 13 Families Help. So great job, guys. You too can be in the top 10. If you follow everything that we're going to talk about today and every week thereafter, there's no way you can lose. The only way you lose is if you don't go to work. So great job, everybody. All right, just a few announcements before I start calling on some people. All right, the first thing, guys, you want to make sure is work spots. We got a nice little discount that's out there right now that's going to end on the 13th. It's a 30%, 37% off on our exclusive leads that are already affordable already, but you got to have work spots. So go ahead and take a look at that flyer there, and it talks about why you should have it. Number 1, we have offices nationwide. So you have an opportunity to see if you have an office that's close to you that you can plug into to have success. You can connect with top producers. Guys, you get all your answers from our top producers. Anything you need to understand, learn, or know about this business, we have actual people having real results that can help you. We have weekly sales training, so you know what to focus on every week to have success. There's also free Wi-Fi. You have a spot where you can work out of, all right, so that you can be plugged into an environment. And then the biggest of all, guys, is the exclusive coupons on the leads that we have. Our leads are not already, they're already affordable. They're exclusive to us, but most importantly, these discounts help you save a ton of money, right? And the biggest thing here, guys, is your return on your investment, right? It's the same, guys, when you go to work. If you don't go to work, people the leaders here can't spend too much time with you, but that's the same with your leads. The more you invest in your leads, the bigger return you get on your investment. Guys, you get the coupon sale, the coupon discounts on your leads. Make sure you get work spots. It's $99 a month. Become a member today. Everything is there. Screenshot and save it, whatever you have to do. Save yourself some money every year and make sure you get that done. All right. The next thing I want to talk about, guys, the most important thing of all is live sales dials. Our new and improved live sales dials has been a hit. We've had 3 to 4 new writers every week from different leaders, all because we have people plugging into live sales dials, right? And you get to learn from whatever part of this business you want to learn from, whether it be booking face-to-face appointments or whether it be doing telesales where you're doing one call closes or you're booking virtual appointments. Whatever you want to do here, guys, it starts on the phone. All right. And it starts on live sales dials. You can get all your questions answered and you can hear from top producers, top leaders that are closing business in real time. Get it done. And if you're doing it yourself, right? We walk you through the process. We help you close. We help you make money. You get to earn while you learn here. So please make sure you're plugged into that platform. There are some new rules for this platform, guys. Anyone that comes on, you must have your camera on. Why? Because we want to see you and you get to see us. We get to make sure you understand not only how to dial, but even down to your facial expression, guys. Everything makes a difference when you're helping these families on the phone or booking face-to-face appointments, right? And not only that, guys, you get everything that you need. You must have your camera on and be ready to work or ready to listen. This is a business, right? And so what we want to make sure is we got to treat this thing like a job until it pays you like a business. So jumping on that live sales dials, we do it every day. I believe it starts, colleague can correct me if I'm wrong, it starts at 7 a.m. We'll be on it today. I know some people are on it tomorrow, but every day we have it open for you guys to have success. So if you're not having success, maybe it's because you're not on live sales dials with us. So make sure you jump on there so you can win too. We want everybody to win. All right, guys. So that is we don't have well, the next big event, guys, is always the next meeting, and the next meeting is Saturday, right? Until we have another big event that we can plug into, right? I know, guys, we just came back from convention. You're going to hear from some of our leaders today, what they've learned, and just it's been the reason why we have so many people on. We have so many new people writing business and having success is because they came from that convention. They're now 6 months to a year ahead of anybody else that didn't go. They're experts now because they went to that event. And so that's what I want to start with today. I want to start calling on some people and have them share their experience of that event and how amazing it was and how it changed their business in their life in such a short period of time. Because I don't even think it's been a week yet. And, you know, these guys are already having success. And now they know what to do moving forward. Their picture is clear and their schedule is clear. So the first person I'm going to call on is Evie. Evie, can you go over how long you've been here, and then just the difference convention has made since you started and to where you are now in this business.
Good morning, everyone. Well, I've been here, I think it's been about 10, 11 months. It has been amazing. I have seen leaders. I mean, the leadership is just amazing. The resources are awesome. But to talk about convention last week, I tossed around the idea of going, not going, and I'm glad last minute decided to go. One of my biggest takeaways from this convention was we always hear about mindset, right? And we're going, okay, let's learn product, let's learn this. But I think out of everything that I experienced in that entire convention, if it wasn't a solid confirmation that, Dave Anderson really did it for me when he talked about the mindset, how we start our day, how we kind of operate during our day. And it really did point out for me a lot of areas where I had not realized where I needed to tighten up. So I know when I got back from convention, it was just a matter of that Sunday, I spent the time to just put my schedule together to, make a commitment to start getting up earlier, to just be accountable for everything. So immediately jumped on live dials that morning. As soon as I got my kid, it was a little uncomfortable because again, anytime that you're learning something new, right? Or if you're going back into the gym the first couple of times, it's painful, right? If you don't have your mindset right, anything will take you out. So, I've been on live sales dials, been seeing everybody kind of getting it done, keeping the cameras on and going off mute has been powerful, right? Because at that point, it's almost like, everything is transparent. You've taken everything off and it's just a matter of, okay, let me get this done. I'm determined to get better. I'm committed to do what I need to do to grow this thing. So at the end of the day, if I'm not willing to just put myself out there, then at the end of the day, like you said, Corinne, it's either we're going to treat this like a hobby, which means that we're going to be broke, right? We're going to be out here door dashing, Uber, jobs, whatever the case is. And I'm like, that's not what I want. That's not what I want for my family. So I had to make the decision to go, you know what, Evie, do what you need to do, whether you like it or not. Because at the end of the day, I'd rather pay this price here at FFL than pay the price that 90% is paying out there right now and still maintaining broke.
Wow, that's powerful. And Evie, I know for you guys that haven't yet plugged into live sales dials, this is really new for us, including myself. Some of us had to go 100% virtual. Some of us are making a decision to go 100% virtual for our families. During these times, it's a little different for everybody. And we also do have agents that are still going out in the field and are still getting it done, right? But since some of us have made that switch to calling clients and closing right on the spot, right? I noticed you've been closing more. What was that change for you that helped you switch to the mindset of, okay, now I'm gonna start closing as soon as I get someone on the phone? And you have made some sales already. What was the change for you?
The biggest change, number one, was watching you guys do it. Right? Watching you guys do it and going, because at the end of the day, when you look at a script, who knows what the other voices in your head are telling you you can't or can't do. So number one was watching you guys do it, right? Number two was unmuting myself. So when I got someone live, you guys could hear the conversation and give me feedback, right? Because when we're on the phone and we're doing this, we're just kind of moving along, or we get caught up in our feelings after every phone call and go, oh. But at the end of the day, we're too close to ourselves. We're in our own way. So that was the biggest thing for me, which it was like, let me see them do it. Let me unmute, because then I had nothing but leaders. I mean, you guys were on it, where it's like, you want to see me win so bad that the feedback was there. It wasn't, it was just so that way every phone call that came after that, I was able to, okay, let me put that in place. And then before you know it, you just start getting better and better and better. So that's really what did it for me, was you guys just, pushing me to get off mute and then giving me the feedback, not what I wanted to hear, but what I needed to hear to get better.
And great job too, Evie, because what I noticed is, before I bring the next speaker on, is that when you made your switch on, because I know when you made your mindset change and you made your work ethic change, like when you decided to go all in and stop playing with this thing, now you have 3 to 4 leaders showing up to your own office and watching you. So that also helps you to stay accountable, because now you got eyes on you, right?
Right.
But understand, guys, if you're building a team or you want to build a team, it starts with you first. And so the moment you make a decision to stop playing and move forward and do what you say you're going to do, that's when people are going to start following you. So, Evie, great job. We're super proud of you. And you got more coming to you. All right. The next person that I want to bring on is LaKenya. LaKenya, are you there?
I'm here.
Awesome. So, guys, LaKenya, she is just a jack of all trades here at FFL. She's an amazing asset to our team. Some of you know her. She does the contracting, but she also is building a business and has a huge team. And she's closing business, but also has agents on her team closing business as well. And so, LaKenya also went to convention and had people there with her, which is exciting. So, we're just proud of you and all your success. She is a wife and she is a mother of 8, and just doing everything, just crushing it in my eyes. I mean, I look up to you, LaKenya. So if you could just take a moment and just kind of talk about how convention has changed your business in just such a short period of time as well, and what your experience was like there at convention.
Yeah, so one, thank you guys so much for letting me talk. And two, when I went to the convention, I was so excited that I had 3 of my teammates to come out to convention. So that meant the world to me for them to come. And even like I had a couple people that wasn't able to come, and even while we were coming back, they were already writing business just from like the talks that I was trying to tell them about what happened at convention. So they were writing business on my flight back. So it was like awesome. But one thing that I did take away and I started implementing right away is being and keeping yourself accountable and having integrity in what you say. So what that means is basically whatever you tell yourself you're going to do, make sure that you do that. Because you don't want to start lying to yourself, because when you lie to yourself, even if it's like, oh, I'm going to get up at 7:30 and then you get up at like 8, you lied to yourself already, and it started dwindling the belief that you have in yourself. So I've been trying to make sure that I listen to like what Dave Anderson said about having a schedule and keeping yourself accountable. So like every day I listen to Good Morning Gorgeous from Mary J. Blige to keep my mindset right, to talk, like to watch what I'm saying to myself, because oftentimes we are the worst enemies. We talk really bad to ourselves. So I've been like doing things to make sure that I'm speaking goodness over my life and over myself, and then over my people that's on my team here. So that's like the biggest thing that I had took away, like the mindset and making sure that I'm doing what I say I'm gonna do, and speaking good things to myself. And also the other thing that I took away from Fly Girl is that even if we are off track, and because we can't be perfect, sometimes we do get off track, but you have to refocus and get back on track, and then go hard at whatever you are trying to get at. And then again, if you fall off, readjust and get back on track. So it's never too late to readjust. So even if you went to convention or didn't go to convention, you can get back on track now, starting today, and go hard at whatever you decide to do. So that's kind of what I learned, to just be okay with, even if you fall off track, get back on track. And so everybody, even if you did not come back from convention and get going, now's the day, and you can get going today.
That is awesome. And LaKenya, we're extremely proud of you. Like I said, you just been rocking and rolling. Even with your, your flight, we all had flight challenges. It was so funny, right? But because we stayed positive and we communicated with each other, we got through it, right? Because what's life without challenges? Life is all about a test, but you can't have a testimony without a test. So understand that. And LaKenya, again, we are extremely proud of you and your team. So keep rocking and keep showing up and plugging in and doing what you're doing because it's working. All right, perfect. So the next person I want to bring on is Darren Henry. Darren went to this event. I've watched a huge change in Darren, such a huge change. He's just on it. Every time I call him, or every time I call some of the teammates, I hear him in the background. He's on the phone, killing it. He's been on live dials. He done closed about 4 sales already in the last day or so. Darren, can you jump on and talk about? I mean, obviously, convention has changed your business and your life. Can you kind of talk about what that switch was for you and how it's helping you?
Um, so the convention was definitely refreshing, I would say. Just the environment. I mean, all the winners. Just like no sob stories. I mean, just happiness and bliss of just people just wanting to win. From coming from an old practice company, I really feel like this environment that I've been. It's my first convention in Miami. It was just supercharging, and it wasn't fake. Like, I didn't feel like I was just there for a hoorah festival. So I mean, it was definitely great. What I picked up from it was that you gotta take risks, you gotta buy leads, and you gotta go hard. Like, and this opportunity, I mean, it's just vast. I even closed the deal when I was in Miami. So I mean, I didn't have this opportunity from coming from the company that I came from. So that's one thing. I also was excited, I was surrounded by comrades. Um, and I picked up some things from I forgot the guy from Shark Tank. I was excited about that. I mean, they
Kevin,
was go ahead.
Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin. Yeah, Kevin O'Leary. Now you just brought it back to me. Yeah, Kevin O'Leary. I was really excited to hear Kevin O'Leary because I watched a lot of Shark Tank way before I got into financial services and life insurance. So I was really excited about that. I grabbed tons of nuggets from Kevin O'Leary. I grabbed tons of nuggets from Sean Mike. A lot of our leaders coming out of our office in Bel Air. I mean, it was just a great experience. Um, I guess there's really not much to say, but I had a good time. I enjoyed everyone's company. I feel recharged, and my motive now is just that I feel like my time being down there just showed me like what I deserve more in life. So I just to feel more deserving and more appreciative, and just getting a taste of just being in the sun. I'm in DC right now, so I just want to be able to move around, and I told myself that telesales is the new wave. Like, telesales is it's revolutionary because why? I mean, I can fit so many things into my schedule by just doing things over the phone, in the comfort of your own home. So I just feel like, hey, If I could do telesales, I could do telesales in Miami. I could do telesales in the shower. I could do telesales on the beach. So guys, this opportunity, man, just listen to your coach. You know, I listen to my coach. And I'm hard-headed as well, guys, but don't follow that. But you know, I just listen to your coach and follow the leadership, just follow the system, and it'll definitely work out for you. And don't be afraid to buy leads. The leads that I've been crushing are 3-month leads. So, you know, these leads work. You just got to work them, and you just got to communicate with people. And lately I've been loosening up and just talking to people and just keeping it real. I know Corinne told me once, you know, I don't have to sound so professional and you know, robotic or try to sound perfect. And really, guys, you don't. Just be yourself, and it'll all come to fruition. Any questions, Corinne? Anything you want me to talk about else?
No, I'm proud of you. Like you're on it. Like you've been on it, and I'm so excited and proud of your success. So keep doing what you're doing, and the future is bright for you. All right.
Thank you.
So definitely want to call on some more people, guys, so you guys can get this experience, because I'm telling you, you can't miss the next event. The amount of people that we had there, and the amount of people that we had come back doing amazing things. Coming, I mean, not even they weren't even back yet. People were closing business in the terminals, waiting for their flight. Like that's how big it got, guys. That's how great this event was. Make sure if you didn't go and you weren't there, or if you're new, don't miss an event, and don't miss this next one that we have coming up, which we'll let you know when we get that information. The next person I want to call on is Dean. So this guy, Dean, guys, let me tell you about this guy. And I hope it's okay that you allow me to be a little bit honest, Dean,
Be
right?
very
So,
candid. Be very candid.
okay, so I brought Dean over from the last company that we were at, the practice company, and I brought him over twice. He ghosted me twice, right? So if you have somebody on your team and they have ghosted you, don't be mad at them. Don't write them off, right? It's not no forever. It's just no, not right now. And I don't know what happened in this guy's life. Maybe he could tell you if he's willing. But guys, I was walking up the steps and think about it. It's an entire stadium we were in, right? This is how you know it's divine. We were in an entire stadium, and I get out my seat to go use the bathroom, and I'm walking up the stadium steps, okay? And he's sitting right there. And I was like, I didn't even know he was coming, all right, to the convention. But anyway, he went, he came, he stayed for what he could. I know he has a family, he has kids, and he's doing, like, as soon as he came back, he's now crushing it. He's on appointments, he's calling me in the home, he's doing everything that he's supposed to. And so, Dean, I am super proud of you, especially for making that decision to come back and play team with us. If you could just kind of give us a few minutes and talk about all of that.
Yeah, thanks, KG. That's funny, and I definitely thought the same thing, that it was a divine occurrence when you walked up the steps that day. Shout out to Darren. You know, the calmness that he has and the confidence is just. I've been on these calls for a while. Just his calmness and confidence is crazy. Shout out Evie, her excitement and what she took away, and LaKenya. Everything that they took away is kind of like, I'm piggybacking, or I like to say veggie backing off what they took away, because Dave Anderson was amazing. Sean Mike was amazing. For me personally, it's different because I've had no success in Family First Life since I came once, came twice. I've been doing a lot of other things. I work full time, have kids. I was doing another business opportunity and seeing a lot of success last year. And KG was like, I was even trying to pull KG over, and she was like, look, I'm focused on what I'm doing. I'm thankful that you were. And so now I'm here. And what I got from the convention, the biggest thing was the mindset of a winner. But one of the biggest things was just to see so much success on the stage. I saw so many people from so many different backgrounds, people that don't speak good English, people that are young, people that are old, people that are former alcoholics and drug addicts. And I mean, just people who come from every background having massive success. I mean, 30, 40, $50,000 months, integrity deals in a couple of years. So what it did was just light a fire under me. It lit a fire under me. I saw what it needs. I kept hearing the same consistent refrain, 25 to 30 appointments a week. That's what I just kept hearing over and over again. I say, you know what? I know I'm working full time. I only have the weekends and the evenings, but I'm going to get 25 to 30 appointments a week. There's no excuses anymore. And so that's what I really took away, was that the mindset, the success, that refrain. I think if you have never heard of Dave Anderson and you have anything like me where you struggle with consistency, you struggle with routines, I mean, please, whatever you do, look into Dave Anderson. His podcast is called Game Breakers, Game Changers. Get on Apple Podcasts, look him up. A lot of the things that he shared during his speech is on his podcast, broken down into little pieces. So go find him. I think for me at this point, and I'll tell you the story about me getting there. I didn't know I was going to convention until 24 hours before. I was like frustrated because I was trying to piece everything together. I had another convention that was on the exact same weekend in Houston. And I was like, you know what? I want this. I'm just going to book a ticket. I'm just going to see what's going to happen. I don't know what I'm going to expect. When I got there, I had to bring my suitcase into the stadium. They had to look through all my clothes. It was crazy. I mean, I was humble, very humble. But I'm so glad I just got out of my own way, got out of my own head and just went. And just what an awesome weekend. And now I'm here running appointments on Saturday. I've been on these calls for over a year, off and on, never on appointments, always just learning and learning and learning. And I finally heard Sean Mike say, everybody's preparing to prepare to do something and just get out and do it. And so, yeah, that's all I got, man. I'm excited. I'm probably too excited, but yeah, thank you for letting me share, y'all. Appreciate it.
This is the most excited I've ever seen you in life. So this is exciting for me to hear you because that's powerful. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people struggle with some of the things that you struggle with, and you've been on and off for a year. Like that, guys, I'm telling you, this is it. If you're on this call right now, if you're listening right now, this is where you're supposed to be. This is not by accident. This is where you're supposed to be. Now that you have the opportunity, what are you going to do with it? Right? So I want to hear from a few more people. The next person I want to call on is Tierra, well, the Morgans. All right. Tierra Morgan and her husband, they work together on a beautiful partnership. So if you're in a marriage, if you're in a business, and if T will allow me to be honest really quickly, they both were with our other practice company. Okay. Only her husband came over. Okay. All right. He came over. T was not sold yet. T was still at the other company. Right. And she just jumped like, and again, you said you were coming. It took a little bit of time, but since convention, they were both at convention. I know all of you have saw the Morgans. They have been killing it together. So if you are married, or if you have a partner, or if you live with a spouse and they're not sold yet, let the Morgans be the example. All right, about time, patience, and fire, because that's what this couple is bringing to this team. So T, take it away, girlfriend. Talk about your experience and how the convention has helped you and changed not only your marriage, but also your business.
First of all, I appreciate you, sis. Za. Yes, yo, let's hit the Zoom, y'all. Let's hit the Zoom. Okay. No, seriously, that is so true, guys, what Karen said. When I first got to FFL, I wasn't so, it was everybody that's been with another IMO and coming to another IMO, you like, I don't know. But at the end of the day, I always believe in my husband, always know that when his mind was set on something, and he always did his research, always did his due diligence, and always made sure that whatever he looked up or researched or whatever, he always shared it with me, helped me understand and everything. And so, guys, I really saw this opportunity where we can finally and really have that quality of life that we always talked about. I don't know how long we've been talking to our friends, our family, our clients, saying this is where we're going. This is where our vision is, sharing our vision continuously. And it's something serious when a client will say, when are you going to get there? When are you going to finally get to that position you kept talking about? That VP or that whatever that position was. When are y'all going to get there? We always talk y'all, and we see y'all on social media, and y'all always promoting, and you guys are knowledgeable, and you always making sure that your clients and your people that you bring on, you always taking care of everybody. But when are y'all going to get there? How long is it going to take? How big do you have to get for you to get to where you need to go? And we was just like fed up and fed up and fed up. So it was a no-brainer for me, guys. It was a no-brainer. I was definitely gonna follow him anyway, but it was a no-brainer. It made sense. The comp made sense. And the thing is, what I took from the convention and what I've already been seeing since I've been here is keeping it simple, guys. Keeping it simple when you explaining it, keeping it simple when you are looking at the material yourself, and even on the live dials, everybody keep it simple. And you being yourself. You don't have to put on a show. You don't have to put on a front. People are requesting these things from you. People are requesting life insurance. It was so simple. I feel like I was like, I mean, I got your request here, and is this your information? And it's like, it was kind of like you could just go hard on people, not in a disrespectful way, but you could just go hard and go real direct. Especially if you are a direct person, this was like beautiful, like a easy transition. Cause you like, I can be super direct. I don't have to base my what my knowledgeable and what I know about this business off of somebody else's credibility. It was a no-brainer, guys. And so just going back to the convention, guys, I just know that you got to keep it simple, be very intentional, and you got to be a trailblazer. It was things that was like, wow, like, okay, I can see what I can do in this business. I didn't see a lot of partnership. And like KG said, me and Junior, we do this business together. We're making calls together. We'll be like, it's kind of like in a huddle. We're making calls where I'm getting ideas from him. He like, I like how you said that. I'm going to do that next time. And then he's really good with me talking to him and him talking at the same time. I'll be like, no, don't say that. Don't give him no options. And he will wind up closing or wind up getting an appointment. And me, if I talk too long, he'd be like, no, that's too long. You gotta cut that off. Like, go, keep moving. And then we just bounce off each other, guys. So if you're a partnership, I strongly suggest getting a person in the environment. It may not be the money. 9 times out of 10, it is the money that just showed them like this thing works. But if you have a strong partnership, or if you have a partnership period, they will follow you based off of how serious you take it, how strong you take it. What are you doing in your spare time? That's all I saw Junior do. In his spare time, I saw him looking up videos, training videos, being excited about where we were going. I was like, babe, usually I wouldn't be able to see it at our own IMO. Like, I don't know how we're going to get there. How are we going to get to paying our kids' school off? How are we going to get to this new house that we want built from the ground up? How are we going to get our parents retired and give our moms a salary every month? They don't have to work after they're retired. How are we going to do it? But now, guys, I see it. I see it now. It's very clear. And that's all I say. Make sure you keep it simple and make sure you have a clear, concise mental picture of where you're going. And everybody that's following you going to see the same exact thing. Zaza!
Zoom. Hey, that is so powerful, guys. And if you haven't hung out with the Morgans when we were at convention, you need to hang out with them at the next event because they're powerful and you can learn so much. And I am extremely proud of you guys. They close like 2 to 3 sales a day. It's crazy. So great job, guys. We got one more person we want to bring on. I always say the best for last. She doesn't like that. So let me bring this fire stud on. Guys, let me tell you the reason why I saved her for last. Because number one, I don't know how we met you, Kayla. It's crazy. You're not on our team, but we like welcome you in the group, which is so cool, guys. Because let me explain how that works. It doesn't matter what team you're on. We all can win together. This is not a business, and I've come from a lot of you too. We come from so many businesses and just in life in general, even on a job where everybody's a crab in a barrel. Everybody wants, you know what I mean? It's like you have to pull someone else down to try to get to the top, right? And it's broken our spirit so much. We're not used to something amazing like FFL, right? And that's why most people just don't grab it right away because we're so used to the downturns of life that once we get an opportunity, we don't know what to do with it. But let this call today be that message to you that you can trust the company, that you can trust your business partners, that you can trust people. And Kayla's going to talk to us about that. We welcome you in the group. We're glad we did because you are an amazing asset to our team. And you also have made huge changes from convention and your mindset and just the direction that you're going in. And you actually closed the sale coming back, which is amazing, all over the phone and plugging into live sales dials and just, being coachable and, allowing us to help you, but most importantly, being a friend and being a business partner. We love you, Kayla. Go ahead, take it away.
Hey guys, hey guys, hey guys. So much to what Corinne was saying. Yep, I'm not even on this team at all, but I'm so glad to be a part of it because it's just been awesome. I've made so many connections going to convention. It was a last minute thing. I was on the last training call with you guys last Saturday or 2 Saturdays ago before convention. And Corinne said something. She said, if you don't go to convention, you're going to be 6 months behind. And I was like, oh, hell no. I am not about to be behind. So Evie hit me up and she was like, you sure you don't want to go? You sure you can't make it work? I was like, okay, you know what? Let me see. Let me go talk to my wife, all this and that. And we ended up going. And it was literally the best thing ever. Okay. So I learned a lot. The missing piece that I needed was definitely the mindset thing. So when I was going through it, I was just going through the motions. I've been here for since April 2021, and I was just doing it past or my part-time whatever. I was doing Dunkin' on the side, and I wasn't really all in. But then I went to convention, listened to Dave Anderson, and after that, talking to a bunch of people, learning from Corinne and Kali and Allison and LaKenya, all you guys really helped me out. And it turned in my brain. Like I just started understanding everything. It was really, really powerful. And I just want to say that getting on live dials, you guys making me get uncomfortable. Woo, that was the last thing I wanted to do, but I did it anyway. And it's been great ever since. Really helping me out. I'm still a little uncomfortable now. I never done this before. Like it's changing my life for the better. And I already know where I'm headed, everyone's like higher level thinking. That's exactly what I wanted to be around. Cause at Dunkin', you don't want to, those people, anyway, but it's awesome. It's awesome to be in this group and going through this journey. And that's what I got to say about it. I'm going in, all in, still going. So yeah.
Awesome. Great work, Kayla. Again, we're just so glad to have you and great job on all your success. Guys, so, understand that's the power of a convention, but that's the power of an event. Events recharge you. They help you stay clear and focused on what your goals are supposed to be, what your mindset is supposed to be, and everything that you need to do to move forward to become successful. And the events are free. I, I want to talk about the business, guys. When Kali started this, we only had about 5 to 8 people on every week. Well, yeah, every week, 5 to 8 people on, and 5 to 8 people grew into over 100, which another team split and branched off, and they got a huge business, right? And then another business, she's, moving on out with this one right here. And there's constantly over 50 to 80 people on every week. And so that's the power of a big event. If you're looking to build a business, right? If you're hiring people, number one, you have a responsibility to your team to lead and be that example. That's all you owe them, an opportunity and an example, right? Because this business has a system. As long as you follow it, you're fine, right? But the fastest way to build, the way Kali is doing it, the way I'm doing it, the way all the leaders on here that are building, the fastest way to build is to rally a bunch of people to an event. And the biggest event is always the next event. It may not be convention. It could be these Saturday calls, right? The easiest way to do that is to gather a bunch of people on this call or to an event so that they can see exactly what you see. Because you never know who they're going to hear from that's going to help them change their life. We have so many different types of people from different cultures, from different backgrounds, winning at high levels. You never know what you're going to hear, and you never know what your team is going to hear, that's going to help you explode your business. But if you don't get anyone there, right, how could your business ever grow? And so you want to make sure that if you're going to build a team, if you're going to build a business, right, make sure you're text people, get them on this call, right? Tell them to plug in. The right people will hear, or the right people will stick around long enough and eventually figure it out. You've heard from every different speaker on here from different backgrounds. Some of them just started and some of them have been here for a while. But one thing they all did, because they plugged in and showed up, was made a decision. And your people and you can too. Right? So that's the beauty of hiring. But understand this too, right? If you never thought about hiring before, why not? Right? You don't have to, but think about it, right? Because the business of freedom, a lot of people came here for freedom. I came here for freedom. So I can do what I want, when I want, how I want. The beauty about that is putting in the energy, the sweat equity now, so you can actually reap the fruit, reap the the fruit that you plant with the seeds that you planted, right? They talked a lot about that at convention. Sowing seeds, right? But here's the thing, I know when you sow seeds, right? When you go and you plant a garden, right? You don't just plant one seed, right? We just don't put that one person in the system and think, our whole life is going to change. You have to plant many of seeds because you never know which one is going to blossom, right? You never know which one is going to grow. And the beauty about it is that the more seeds you sow, the more flowers you get. So plant multiple seeds, tell multiple people, because you're changing people's life. Don't be selfish, guys. Whoever you're scared to talk to, that's the person you're supposed to talk to. You want to know why? Because someone is secretly struggling, right, in their house, in their mind, in their heart, and they're waiting for you to come and talk to them. They're waiting for you to give them an opportunity to help them change their life. But if you never open your mouth, you never see the flowers grow. So I challenge everybody on this call, right? You don't have to grow a team or a business, but if you want to, if that's what you want to do, you have an opportunity. Don't be scared. Don't be scared, right? Because everything you want is on the other side of fear. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring on Kali. Kali is going to talk about the Amazing Fury Award, right? So Kali, our EVP, our very own, right? Take it away, girlfriend.
Hey guys, good morning. I am not going to put my camera on because I got COVID. So y'all, trust me, y'all don't want to see me this morning. But like, so thank you to everyone who spoke and talked about what they got at the convention. Like the conventions here at FFL are really strictly learning, right? We're talking about, hearing from people, the top producers in the company. The number one producer at the convention, and we unfortunately they couldn't show the numbers this year, but last year he personally produced 1.3 million, Steve Giordano. His bonus, the company gave him a $75,000 bonus on top of however much he even got paid. So, and then I think the lowest bonus that they were giving away at the convention was $3,000, right? And they were people walking on stage and they were getting checks for this amount, right? So, and I'm not, and for me, the convention, I keep going to the convention every year because I'm going to go and I'm going to hear something different than I heard the year before. Because in 2020, when I went to the convention in February 2020, I went to the convention by myself. I had just hired Corinne and I was trying to get Corinne to go and she didn't even have she didn't have no money to go. And I didn't have, at the time, I couldn't even help her get there. So, and then Andre, who's on, another leg of my team, Dream Team, Andre didn't go either. I was at the convention alone, right? And then this year, I don't know how many people we had total, but I would venture to say it was at least 75 people that was from Fury at the convention, right? And this is only 2 years later. So, guys, like the power, like Corinne said, it's the power of hiring and building and recruiting and talking to everybody that you know about this business, because that's what's going to change your life. You can only write but so many policies by yourself, guys. But if you have a team that's helping you and everyone's on the same mission, moving in the same direction, we can be so much more powerful. So really quickly, for the people that weren't there And the people that didn't see it, I want you guys to see the award that Fury got for the year. Give me just a second. Let me find it in my pictures. So guys, we were, and this is not, and I wish Mike Fowl would have said Fury, because it's not me that did it. Like, it's all of you guys, all of us together collectively. We were the #1 hierarchy in FFL allegiance. And just in 2021, guys, and it doesn't matter if you were producing, putting up $30,000, $40,000 a month in production, or if you did one policy for the year, like you whatever you contributed, it helped to the overall team goal. And so for the year, guys, we ended up in 2021 with a total production of 4.7 million. And that's such a big deal, y'all. That's such a big deal because 2 years ago, none of us were in the situation we're in today. And we have we're just getting started, y'all. Like, literally, we're just getting started. This is 2 years of work. This is 2 years of sacrificing. This is 2 years of us trying to get to just a little bit of people trying to get to the next level. So imagine what the next year or the next 2 years can look like. For not just for me, guys, because it's not about me, it's about you and your families. Imagine what can change for you and your family over the next 2 years. Guys, I went from not being able to afford a $400 rent 2 years ago to loaning people $400 like I'm loaning them $4. Like, it's the power of this business. It's the power of being plugged in. And it's the power of us working together. That's the only way you guys are going to get to the next level. So I'm here to tell you guys, and if you didn't believe it, Family First Life changes lives. It's called Family First Life because we got to put our lives, we're putting our families' lives first, because a lot of us that came from other companies came from a company that we were putting our upline's lives first before us. And so here, every single person on this call, every single person who's not even here yet, has the same exact opportunity to change their lives, but it's up to you if you're going to do it or not. It's not up to me. If you've come here and you're successful here, I had nothing to do with it. If you come here and you fail here, I had nothing to do with it, because everybody has they have that state license, they have the training. Y'all don't even understand how much more stuff you have. If you're just getting started today, you got way more stuff than I had when I started 2 years ago. So everybody has the same opportunity to be able to change their lives, but you need to make a decision today, just like this pillow in the background says. Make a decision today if you want to change your life or not. And if you don't, that's fine, because guess what? We're going to keep winning and we're going to keep pushing. And what you don't want to have a regret 10, 15 years later that I knew about that thing called Family First Life. And the lady on the phone said I should make a decision, but I didn't. And I'm right where I was 10 or 15 years ago. So decide today if you want to regret your past, or if you want to be thankful that you made a decision to do something different for you and your family, to change your life, and not just your life, your children's life. My son's life is different. It's so different, like it's insanely different than it was 2 years ago. Completely different. So make a decision if you want your family's life to be the same as it is today, or you want it to be completely different 6 months, a year from now, 2 years from now. Make that decision right now. And we're going to know the decision is going to be made based on your action, not about what you said. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. We will see you on Monday morning on the live dials. Let's run it up, y'all. The goal this year is 15 million. We're not doubling this year. We're going to triple this year. And again, we're going to do it whether you come along or whether you don't. That's the goal, and that's what we're going to do. So let's win, guys, together. Thank you for each and every one of you guys. I love you. And I'll see you at the top.